Hebrews 11, verses 4 through 5. By faith Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gift, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because God had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony that he pleased God. Hebrews 11, verse 45.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
And we'd like to welcome you to the MacMan Morning Show, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. To all of you that have decided that you'd like to join us on this morning, it's a beautiful day. Every day, every day is a beautiful day if you can wake up and you can see it like the Grand Rising. And good morning to each and every one of you. To all of our listeners on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. They have our license and signal up until 2026. We like to say hello to everybody in Holly Springs, Mississippi. We know that y'all got some heavy downpours also in Clarksdale. Rick Ross was down there. Y'all know y'all was hollering and screaming, the man down there, tell him to leave some of the millions down there at his hometown. I ain't mean to talk about the man or nothing, but he's been in the news quite a bit. I think it's nice to recognize those people that are significant in our communities that do some things in our community to make them better. I like to say Grand Rising. Let me call the roll. First of all, this is a special day. I'd like to say Grand Rising to Deacon Alvin Moore, 89 years older and seasoned on today. That's the chairman of our D. We got to have a chairman of the Deacon Board, somebody to keep. We're looking for a new trustee. I thought I had a trustee, but somebody got to look out for the McMahon Morning Show on the trustee level. But we like to say Grand Rising to all of you. Good morning, Sharon, and to Apostle Anthony Reed, man, the praise over to all of you out in the ether and that are in the bushes. Those of our new listeners that are here, I see y'all. Y'all can like and subscribe to our show. We're here each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Yeah, in the morning every day. And 10 a.m. on the East Coast right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions, the MacMan Morning Show. I got a real interesting individual here. That's a There is, wait a minute, hold on a second. I was looking at this. We have a great, great guest on today. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy our discussion that we're going to be having about business, how to get it out there, what to do, what not to do, especially if you in the work, I guess, the work that we're in broadcasting. Everybody that's on YouTube is not a content creator, nothing wrong with that, or YouTube. I hate when they do that, especially when you have some wonderful, wonderful content creators that are out there and people just dehumanize you and just, and then you get into those fights with them folks and things. Like, just do your job, stay in your lane, do your job, and the increase will come. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest. Miss Jessica Starks is here from the Bond Group. Now, you might have heard of the Bond Group when we had our dear supporter of our show, our brand new supporter of our show, Miss Jessica Trejay. Not Jessica, Angelica. Y'all don't give me, wait a minute, who's this? Oh, that's okay. I had my notes mixed up. Angelica, don't hold it against me. Angelica Trejay of Cakes and Creations kind of steered me this way towards our guest this morning about the wonderful work that she's doing, how she's coordinating and gathering together entrepreneurs uh, of various walks of life and literally almost give them life. We're talking about Miss Jessica Stark. She'll be here in a little bit. She's already waiting and holding for us, and we're going to just explore and talk and see what she has to offer to the broad audience. A lot of you all have businesses, you got things that you're doing, you even doing some content creating. You might need to hit our friend up after she gives her presentation and she comes on and tell us about her wonderful uh, business that she has and the services that she offers. And I tell you, it's very, very extensive. I like to say Grand Rising good morning to Diane Black, next state senator of the state of Mississippi, the state senator, not the U.S. senator. I'm reaching out to the candidates, those that have reached out to me. I know y'all want to come on, but then let me explain. Let me make this explanation. If I support you, I'm going to support you no matter who's running against you. They can come and say, we'll buy advertising. Hopefully, you'll buy some. That'll be great. But then if I feel in my heart that you're a good candidate or you're the candidate that the people really want, I'm going to put it out there. So what I did was I put out a little uh, something to see and get their reaction to see who was going to react. And even though I put out content, I put out announcements and even on various means of media that we have, I put it out there. If you got it, I'm not a selfish person. That's even with people that have their own platforms. I invite them on because why? It's enough room for all of us. Remember this, folks. You don't have to be greedy. You don't have to be selfish, self centered to a point that you want to see others fall. It's enough customers. There's enough money out there that y'all just be walking past. And hopefully, Jessica can tell us how we can pick up these twos and proves along the way because I need a little bit of refresher course sometime. But all in all, we're going to be fine. Listen, it's 11 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. I'm going to check some things right quick. Like I said, those of you that know, wait a minute, let me bring this up so I can get this up so y'all can see. Going on camera after the July 4th holiday, we'll be off the air live on the 2nd, from the 2nd to the 7th. We're redoing a lot of things and getting ready for our next season. We've been on for now a year and 7 months, live every day. We've been hanging in there, and I want to thank all of you for coming and participating with us each and every day. Thank you to our sponsors. Like I said, you heard about Cakes and Creations. I mean, them cookies and the sweets that she got, y'all got to get them. Listen, I've already got calls from people that have made their orders and they're attempting to. Some people want cakes and want all these things. Listen, the MacMan Morning Show. And let me explain this to all of you all that might not understand. You don't know who's listening. I do. You might not know who's listening. We have a national show. Don't let the counter count you out. StreamYard and that's our streaming service. Praise, oh my God. And YouTube, the jealous folks, they know that the internet is the internet. You can reach me anywhere. You might not even register on the counter as far as why you can look at anything you want to. And it's those people that just drop by or hear about the MacMan Morning Show. Not that I'm above anybody or anything. I try to be fair, which I am. I try to do the things in the right way to help those that need our assistance, whether it's something that comes up in your family life, or you just need to get your business out. And when I tell people what we started with, they're really shocking. Oh man, you crazy! You need to charge more and this and that. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. But for less than $50, mm-hmm, less than $50, I put you on. I get your commercial, and we put your commercial on. You see the various ones. We got. We have some others that are in process, and all you have to do is submit your information to me. Give me what I ask for, and I'll put your commercial together. And if $50 is going to hurt you, you don't need to be in business. And I'm not saying that you don't have it or whatever the case may be, but if you're a business person, you got to consider. We're going to talk um, to Ms. Starks about this too, about you got to get it out there. Don't be afraid of the content creators, as they say. Don't be afraid of the broadcasters. I'm a broadcaster. I'm a broadcast journalist. That's what I do. And that's fine. Don't be afraid of, because let me tell you something. You don't know who's watching. That's why they call it the worldwide. Hey to everybody in Alaska and everybody in Japan. I got fans. I mean, I got people that listen to us right now, and it's probably still dark over there. They're probably trying to get up or do whatever. But the naval base uh, in Alaska, I think it's a naval base, and the Air Force base in Japan. Like to say, good morning, Grand Rising from the States to all of our wonderful folks. And they're ordering things, they order stuff. I got two friends up there in Alaska talking about they butter cookies from the Chicago schoolroom. If you've been in Chicago, know anything about the city of Chicago, and you went to school there, lunchtime was one of the most popular times because nowhere I haven't found them until I ran into our wonderful Cakes and Creation. When Angelica pulled them cookies up and I got that sample, she's got the recipe. I don't know how, and people have attempted to do it. And if I'm not telling you the truth, you go order you some. And if they ain't right, like I say, I pay for them. Now, if that ain't a guarantee that them cookies now, and I had the Snicker chocolate double something. Wait, let me go over here and show you what she brought me. Y'all hang on, y'all already know I'm gonna talk about it. Welcome to everybody that's here. I think Miss Starks got her whole crew is here. I see some people here. Y'all welcome over here. Oh yeah, we doing it up over here. And y'all can say hello or whatever you like to say in the chat. I'm going to bring up the hey Alice. Alice, our chief moderator is here. Wait a minute, let me try to get this. I want to move this out the way so y'all can see the real cookie. I want y'all to like and subscribe. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Let me tell y'all about this. This is my customer now. This is how I take my time with my customers. I want you to know Keisha the stylist, the lock goddess of Memphis. Hey, out there to you, Little Red of Big Red's Blues Lounge. He's getting ready to be the mayor of Clarksdale. That's my dear friend. I'll come and see you. I got to come see you. And we'd like to congratulate all of them. D. Harris Interiors. You need to get your why move into a house and it ain't like you want it? Why have a house when you want to make a change? Them kids are going to college and everything, and maybe you want to get your girls den man cave or whatever you want done. They gone, and they might be back after the first semester, come to wash their clothes and come by our money or whatever. But God bless all of those that are going to institutes of higher learning. Let me tell you about these cookies right quick before I bring Miss Stark. Now you're looking on the right. I want you to look at this. Look on the right. Now you know that's the average cookie you might get from Jewel Crow. I mean, I ain't gonna say from your local stores or whatever. You might get the one on the right that says Big Business Cookie. But if you go over to the right, you see the wonderful Cakes and Creations cookies. Hammers. Angelica sent me those. I had 3 of each of the samplers, and she packs them. And the packaging is so well, and they're so fresh. When you open the box and you just do the unwrap, you know you have to unwrap and you got to do the things that you have to do. And man, you talking about biting your fingers off. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But that's our client. I mean, not just saying she's our client, but she supports the show. Um, and like I tell you, if you support independent media and if you see and you get the reaction that we get, and I'm not a sleaze reporter, I'm not a sleaze page. This isn't a sleaze channel. I don't do any gossip. You want to hear about all the foolishness and who's doing who and all those other, y'all go over yonder with all of that. I said yonder, go over there with all of that. Don't bring it here. I don't drama free. I ain't having ain't no fights. I don't care who you sleeping with, who y'all doing, what's going on. Y'all ought to be cutting this foolishness out, but that's okay. You do what you want to do. You're grown if you are, and if you're a kid, you don't really need to be doing anything. Get yourself together and everything. But there are business people out there, folks, that really need some real help and some assistance. And our guest is here, and we're going to let her just lay it out. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to go and say hey to our sponsors. It's 21 minutes. Oh, it's 20 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. If you had to be there at 9 o'clock, you late. So y'all get the hustle. Don't run, don't jump, don't get all excited, don't hurt nobody. Take your time and get there, leaving enough time in the morning. This is the MacMan Morning Show, and we will be back. Brother Lee Mack will be here also with us later with his commentary at the end of at the second half um, of our show. When we come back, we'll have our very special guest, and she's waiting in the wings. I know she's waiting. Come on, man, get me on here. What have you, Miss Jessica Starks of the Bond Group? She's going to be here right after we just say hello to everybody in Radio Land with our sponsors. This is the MacMan Morning.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
On limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
And we're back on the MacMan Morning Show. Grand Rising, good day, good morning, all those wonderful things that that we say, you know. I'm getting it together. This morning we have a wonderful guest that is in the studio with us on today. You know, we have wonderful modern technology. I don't have a green room or anything, you know, one of those luxurious trailers that people have. Keep praying for us. You never know what's going to happen. But I am glad. I am very happy to have with us the CEO. I want to make sure I got it right. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. But the Bond Group and JD Scribes. I want her to tell us about all this. Y'all gonna need some of these services. I can't type word for nothing. I'm all thumbs with some things, and I want to just see and hear from our guest on this morning about how I can get it together or how you can get it together. And it is a privilege and a wonderful pleasure to have with us our wonderful guest that took out time in her busy schedule to come and see us today, Miss Jessica Starks from the Bond Group. Hi, good morning, Miss Jessica.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to the Mac Man Morning Show. Okay, don't be nervous or nothing. You sound like you all in the back, like, oh my God, I'm on the. Hey, you're on live. Everybody hear you. Y'all here out there. I see y'all in the chat. Now, if you're in there and you're watching, say good morning to our guest. She's your friend too. I know that y'all love her too. Y'all let her know y'all out there. Let her know who's here. Just going on down in there. Say good morning, Grand Rising, or hey, or I need some more lessons, or something like that, or I need some more help. You got to come help me or something. Miss Jessica, how are you on this wonderful day?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You're very you're real well known in business circles, especially with young entrepreneurs. And I'm not just saying you deal with young folk, but you got some, I ain't going to say old folk, but you got some folks that's over, almost over my age. I'm young, 15.
Mhm.
But but you have a lot of your reputation precedes itself. Let me tell you all a little bit, just a little bit about our wonderful guest. And I'm telling you, I was very, very, very impressed with the things that you're doing, and we're going to allow you to tell us what you do. Now, I got your bio. I like people to tell it, but I'm going to do this though because I think this is real important for you all to know. And see, Jessica Starks is an author. She's a creative entrepreneur with passion about helping small businesses. I am praying for you, sister. She has she helps creators get their messages out and get their message out to the public and to the audience that they need to be guided and directed to. Who are you serving? Uh-huh. And who do you want to provide those business services and those other things for? She's also the founder of JD Scribes, a marketing and content management company, and leads, you got to tell me about this, Bond Group, small business group, a growing community for entrepreneurs. You got a safe place for her. She's going to nurture you and pat y'all back. Sometimes entrepreneurs get whopped over the head or stomp our toe, and we just need some comfort because sometimes people drive entrepreneurs crazy. But she's also the oh, she's in my realm now. But I ain't jealous. I mean, that's good. Now y'all go over to. I want you to get your information for your show. She's also the co-host of Wind Down Wednesday podcast, and she's the creator of a music blog, and it's called Just Likes Music. What's your music genre? What is your music you like to listen to, Miss Jessica? Since you
Uh,
like
I'm
music.
I'm open to all. It's a multi-genre blog. I grew up listening to
Hmm.
all different types of music, so I didn't want to limit myself. So it's all genres.
Okay, and also, and including that, she's the founder of New Notes. It's a bi-monthly music listening club, and that brings people together through uh, various genres of music, various sounds and conversation. She's going to tell us about all that. Now, Miss Jessica's here now. Don't y'all rush all at one time, but I want all of those people that are listening to her, all y'all relatives that be trying to get the Uncle Willie, the cousin Bobo discount on business. Oh, they're your sister Gabriella's. That see now you need to wake everybody up around you, get the kids up too, shake them up, tell them it's summer vacation over, ain't he on the TV? And she's on television. She's right here. She like me right now. I ain't coming on the air. I ain't coming on camera until after the 4th of July. I gotta get me a haircut and things like that. I gotta get up every day, and I don't want to scare y'all. But Jessica's cool. She's fine. I got a picture up here, and she's a businesswoman. She gets up every day and she makes it happen. Jessica, now, all right, I want you to lay it out to us what you do and how can you, with your service, help those particular persons and do all your shout outs. Good morning. Now, for those of you who ain't in the chat, she ain't saying good morning to y'all over here on the side, hiding all in the bushes and everything. Y'all need to come out and say hello and everything. It ain't gonna hurt you. I might bring somebody up and put the link in the chat for you. Coming up, we're gonna have our phone lines. We ain't gonna worry about all that right now. But my guest is here. Our guest is here. We want Jessica to have the floor. Go ahead, Jessica. Good morning. First question I want to ask you is, tell us about you, other than the bio, but there's more to you than just your bio. Tell us about who you are and how you got started in doing what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I would say I am just a multi-passionate person. Um, I just enjoy doing things to keep it simple. Um, I've been I've been passionate about writing since I was young. I've been writing since I was really small, probably since I could write, since I learned how to write. And I just kind of took that passion and I expanded it into other avenues. I started out around 17, which was like my senior year in high school. That's when I kind of really started to take
Wasn't
things
that
seriously.
last year? You ain't been in business but 1 year. That's last year. You just got out of high school. I'm messing with
No, not
you. Go
quite.
ahead. I'm sorry. Who is that behind? I hear two laughters. Is that somebody behind you or something?
Oh
I
no,
got.
maybe it's just all
Oh, okay. I thought.
my
Okay, go ahead.
excitement
Okay,
making
go
that
ahead.
sound.
I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, go ahead with your excitement. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
But yeah, I started out freelance writing when I was 17, so I did like blogs and magazines and things like that. Of course, I graduated from high school, went to college, and I continued to do my writing. Had a lot of really cool opportunities there to interview different people and just learn how the business worked. Then once I graduated with my associate's degree, and I decided to go full fledged into business. Um, I'm so thankful for my parents for being supportive of that because I know some people would probably be like, "What are you doing?" But they were really
Mm,
supportive of allowing me to explore that aspect of my career. And let's see, I graduated in 2015. 2016 is when I started JD Scribes. So that's my first company. With JD Scribes, I still offer writing services, but I offer things like social media management, email marketing, typing services, web design, graphics, coaching and consulting. I do workshops and things like that. And of course, I think we had mentioned the typing services. So I offer all of those
right.
things in JD Scribes.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. See, because I ain't gonna say I'm the devil advocate. I just be one of these advocates. So, say for instance, I go to mm, Delta State. I got a term paper due. Now, I ain't trying to tell y'all she's cheating or nothing. But if I needed a term paper written and I got my stuff together, would you write my term paper? Is that how you kind of like, say for instance, you just writing letters or something? I don't know. Well, how did it start? Am I in the right direction or am I in the wrong direction when you just started JD
You're
Scribe?
you're in the area. You're in the area. I started out. My main thing was the creative side, so I did a lot of it would be like articles about it could be news stories or human interest stories, interviews, things like that. But
Wow,
especially when I got to college, I did realize that people needed help. Grammar is a big struggle for a lot of people, and
it is.
so that was something that I found myself helping my friends out with a lot. So sometimes
Mhm.
they would just send me their papers and be like, "Can you proofread this?" Or, I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to put it into words. Or I don't know how to write it down. So I would do that
Oh,
a lot. And that's something that I still do. I have people who are going to school now. I help them with their papers. I'll either proofread them or revise them to kind of help them, get their words straight. And especially now with AI and everything, I'm like,
hmm.
okay, I need to make sure, whatever you put down, you didn't plagiarize. So I try to help them with that
But
as
y'all
well.
cheat though. Well, I mean, because I must confess, I had a paper due and I fooled around, and it was one of them weekends where I went to church all the time, and we went out of town. I called myself, well, I'm going out of town with folks. Didn't know that the next morning, which was that following Monday, I had a paper due. Man, I went crazy. I said, if I flunk this class right here, I done put all this money in here. My mama gonna kill me. The folks gonna talk about me, say I'm a dummy or whatever the case may be. So I found my friend Richard, And Richard was like, I ain't gonna say you're a geek, but the boy was smart. He's showing up on the dean's list, and I said, hey man, as he liked my sister. And I said, my sister's too old for you or whatever. I didn't mean to say it like that. No, the women are not old. But then he really had this thing for my sister. I begged my sister, and I said, Linda, look, I said, I need this paper. And I need this paper in the next 4 hours. And I said, the only one that can write it likes you. And would you at least just holler and just call him, say hello, and make him faint or something? I promise him that you'll call him. And she looked at me, and she looked at me. If you, y'all know that look that you get from that, you get that from the sister, your mama, something like that. Like, I know you didn't do what I think you. I said, I got to. If I don't pass this, mama gonna kill me. And everybody else gonna be so disappointed because I done flunked this class. I got it. This is the majority of my grade. Is this paper? I got to have it. Got that paper. Did thank you, Rich. I appreciate you helped me save my bacon. So you saved a lot of people's bacon, then, right?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't have
Tell
to
the
do
truth
anything
now.
like
Come on
that,
now,
but
JD Scribes. Now you ain't got to be all hiding in every day. It's too late now. Y'all graduate. Y'all need to send us some residuals. Y'all got y'all degrees and things. Y'all need to send us some twos and throughs. I ain't laughing. I'm telling the truth. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
okay. But yeah, so now the business, we've been in business for 9 years now, and
Okay.
I've turned into somewhat of a concierge. So a lot of times people hear me say like I'm a marketing and content concierge because I basically handle everything in some senses for my clients. So I've had
Okay.
clients.
Tell us about all those things that you handle with this. Now, is this is still JD Scribes, right?
Right.
Under that banner. Okay, tell us a little. Tell us actually what you do. What you do. Like you were getting ready to say already. I ain't gonna interrupt you no more. Hey, Diane Black, how you doing? Go ahead.
Okay. So, of course, I talked about some of the services that I cover, but I also am really hands on with my clients. So, let's say you have me doing social media management, but maybe you hired somebody out to do a website or advertising or something
Mm,
like that. If it's a situation where they're saying, like I had a client, their web designer was talking to them about SEO, and they're like, I don't know
mm-hmm.
what she's saying. I don't know what they mean. Can you kind of talk to them and explain it to me? And so a lot of times
Good.
I'll come in and be that middleman to kind of help them understand what they're saying and help them make decisions to know, like, okay, yeah, I need this service. I might not need that one. Because I do know what it's like when people try to come in and talk over your head. I'm not that
Mm-hmm.
type. I'd rather be honest with you and give you what you need. So I never have a problem with coming in and saying, okay, this is what you're looking at, this is what you need, this is what they're saying. You don't need that, you do need this, things like that. I've even done things like media trainings to help people. Say if they're doing interviews or people are asking for quotes, I help coach them on, how to bring their messaging across if they don't know how
Wait a
to
minute.
speak in
Hold on.
front of
Hold
people.
on. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on. You mean to tell me? Wait a minute. Now y'all heard her, right? Well, let me take Diane off right quick. I see you, Diane. I wasn't trying to ignore you or anything. So you can help people get through interviews, and you sound like you nervous this morning. What's wrong with the teacher?
No, I'm calm. I'm pretty chill all the
I'm
time. So
sorry.
yeah.
I had to do that. I had to do it. You just stuck out there like that, though. But so you help people with managing their image, their likeness, their content, and so forth, helping to make sure that they. Cause see, I can't do all of it. Nobody can do it all. One person can't just handle the whole thing. Now, if you think you Superman or a woman, keep living because there's something you're going to forget. And with the services that you provide, and I know y'all out there listening, all my friends out there. I got few friends that are on the air and things like that. Y'all need this help because y'all don't answer no emails. They don't pay the bills on time. Neither you send them invoices. They play like they done lost their mind and everything. Can you send the $50 for this month? And I forgot to put you in the budget, but they want you to keep running. I'm dissing somebody this morning. I ain't mean to do it like that. But you got everything in order. You keep them on schedule. You do the writing services. You got typing services. web page design. Expand a little bit about the web page design, because somebody had asked me, did I know someone that that design web pages? Tell us a little bit about that, please.
So with web design, no, I don't usually talk this much. But with
Oh,
web
so you
design,
telling on now? Tell me, wait. Y'all can't be talking about my guests now. That leave that to me. Who is this here? Who is
uh,
that? Miranda?
that's yes, that's she's also my sister.
That's your sister? Oh, she wouldn't. Oh, look, Miranda, don't be doing that now. You can't. You make people nervous, and they be sitting there like, she don't usually talk, but she's a communicator and tell us how to do the interviews and everything. But she don't. Okay, go ahead, Miss Stark. I'm listening.
So with web design, again, as with most of my service, I pretty much try to be full service with it. So the main things that you have to worry about is just giving me the content that you need for it and just telling me what you like. So I handle, if you don't have a domain name, I'll take care of that. If you don't have hosting, I can take care of that. And I also
Mm,
offer design on different platforms. So I can do WordPress, and then I also do a lot with Shopify, Square Online, and Wix. Those are just the
mm-hmm.
more popular ones that I've worked with. And
Okay.
then I also oh, and then I'll also handle things like your brand colors, making sure your logos are on there. If you need calls to action, for people to click and shop and things like that, I can offer that. And I do some light SEO work, so then it'll be optimized for search, and then of course optimize it for desktop, mobile, tablet, things of that nature. So I'm
Mm.
pretty much full service with the websites too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Look at you. Look at you. Okay. Listen, my guest is here today is Miss Jessica Starks. We're going to talk about the bond group, what she's doing with that. We're going to talk a little bit more about the services that she offers and everything. And I don't know if Miranda gonna put you out there again like that. We don't know. We're gonna keep our eyes on her. No, but I'm grateful for you being here. Thank you all for listening and continue to listen. We're going to go to a quick break, real quick, and we're going to come back and talk about the bond group. We're going to talk about what the bond group does and all these happy folks that's in your group. I think me and you we gonna get along because y'all know y'all need some advertising, okay? But let's leave y'all alone right quick, and I'll be back in a little bit. My wonderful guest on the McMahon Morning Show this morning is Miss Jessica Starks. Can I call you the CEO or the director, or what's your title with the bond group? You're the originator, I know that you are, but what is your title that you would like to be addressed when dealing with the bond group?
CEO is fine.
Yeah, okay, that's right. She's the CEO of the bond group. She'll be right back. Is she? Wait a minute, hold on. And yeah, she's local, Diane. I'm gonna hook you. You see, I already see Diane looking at you. See that on the screen, don't you?
Yeah.
JD Scribes. All right. We'll be right back. Yeah, Diane, she local. I got you covered. Diane Black, that's our next state senator. She's gonna be our state senator. And like Miss Jessica said, to all of you that ain't got your homework done and y'all want your ads done, do your homework. Send me the pictures. You did it already, Diane. Send me your pictures and your information. You heard what Miss Jessica said. You ain't gonna get on the air if you don't do it and you don't follow her directions. My guest is Jessica Starks, and she'll be right back with us in a little bit. We're just gonna go say hey to our sponsors real quick. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show right here, live and direct, and we will be right.
Tune in to the McMahon Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the McMahon Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. That's red. Oh, we're gonna have a good time, yeah.
I've been talking about Cakes and Creations, our new supporter of our show, um, Angelica J. And let me tell you something. We got something here. Now she didn't do her homework, Miss Starks. You got to get on her, tell her get my stuff, give me the stuff that she need to get. But I tell you that when you experience this wonderful, sweet, delicious treats that she have, I'm just gonna mess with y'all for a minute. She's got over 30 varieties of flavor. Got banana pudding cookie and all kinds of red velvet and lunchroom cookies from Chicago. Y'all, my friends from Chicago, I'm telling you, you better hear me. If her butter cookies don't taste like the real lunchroom cookies, I will pay for your cookies. And you can't lie to me because I know all your faces and when the crumbs all down your face and everything, and you didn't got rid of them and everything. I'll see. But let me tell you something. Cakes and Creation, over 30 varieties. Our wonderful friend, our wonderful supporter, Angelica. I mean, she throws down. And when I say that her cookies look like what they look like on the picture, some of y'all deceive folks and stuff, but exactly how you see her cookie, where you see it says my business cookies right there. It's she had extra. So I guess I'm through. I ain't going to get no cookies from nowhere else. That's just James Mack. Now y'all can come over here and advertise if you want to now, but I had to slice it up. But you got to watch out because Cakes and Creations got them cookies, and I'm telling you, listen, there is a special going on for the rest of this month. We want you to contact her. And let me tell you something, it is worth it. Shipping included. She will ship to you. Matter of fact, a dear friend of mine is getting their cookie order this morning. I mean, today, it's either today or tomorrow, but everything is there, tracking numbers, everything. And I want you to experience this. So, therefore, there's a cookie summer sale. I don't know what's coming up next month. We're going to work with this month. And she has a sale from now to the 30th. You can get those specials, and we're going to put them up on the on our platforms, and we're going to continue to show our support and our love towards Angelica and the things that she's doing. And I know I'm over talking, but I just like to emphasize that because if it's something good, I'm telling you folks, you ain't seen nothing yet. So give Angelica a call and let her know what you want. Go over to her webpage. I'm pretty sure that Miss Starks helped her out a little bit and helped them go along. That's Cakes and Creations with the K. That's Cakes and Creations, and the Z is at the end, by Trejay. I'm telling you, you need to call Angelica, y'all. Really, you need to at area 018 057563. That's 901 805 7563. Forgive me for saying and put the five where it ain't need to be. But y'all get in touch with her. We'll be right back. We ain't going nowhere, folks. We still got a couple more to play. We'll be
If
right
your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
All right, we're back on the MacMan Morning Show. Grand rising to all of you that are listening. It is right now 49 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. If 9:30 was your deadline, you late too. But we ain't gonna worry about that. A lot of y'all ain't got to go nowhere and everything. You had the day off yesterday. I want to thank Grace Levi and our co-host, our wonderful co-host of the MacMan Morning Show, Brother Lee Mack, for that wonderful Juneteenth broadcast we had. I mean, they still talking about it. We're going to discuss a little bit more about that later on in our second half. But right now, we have Jessica Starks. Miss Jessica Starks is here, CEO of the Bond Group, Also, she's CEO of JD Scribe. She's the boss. She's one that will help you and to guide you and to get the things that you need to get. And there's a lot that's entailed with the business. Let me ask this one question, though, Jessica, before we go to the bond group. Well, let's go there. I want to go there real quick. Tell us about the bond group and tell us how it functions and what do you do with that group.
So, BOND stands for Business Oriented Networking and Development, and we are a
Mhm.
small business group organization where we help small businesses not only have a platform, we help them get different resources and tools to build their business, to expand their clientele, to advertise, be active participants of their community, and also just to have a community of business owners that not only they can network with, but they can lean on for support, because that's really important for entrepreneurs. So that's us in a
Oh,
nutshell. But we have a lot of
oh,
different
okay.
programs that we do to help give these businesses a platform, and I'm
Mhm.
excited about the work that we're doing.
Well, tell us a little bit more. Say, for instance, here I am. I'm Green. I come to you, and I got a business and everything. What is it that? What is your introduction to those folks that just got exposed to you? What is the process that you go through when you got a new participant in your group?
So when we are talking to somebody, the first thing that I like to do is just really learn about them and their business, because
Hmm.
I am a big believer of, we want to have people in the group. Of course, you want to have people who are active and things like that, but we also want people who are like-minded. So we are not the group. If you're concerned with competition and you are just out for yourself and things like that, we are not the group for you. I'll go ahead and tell you that. We are family. We are a very supportive organization. Everybody in the group, we try to work with each other because we want that money to circulate. And not only that, when you join our group and you pay our membership, we want you to make your money back. We're not just an organization that's like, okay, you joined us, our name is attached to you, that's it, do what you're gonna do. That's not who we are. I always joke with my members that we stalk them a little bit, because we try to make sure we know where they are, if they have a pop up shop, if they're having an event, if they're speaking somewhere. Not only do we want to advertise that, but we also want to do the best we can to support them and go out and actually be present for them, because that's important. You know, Sometimes in entrepreneurship, everything is a risk, whether that's an event, whether you're selling something, or, anything in between. Everything is a risk. And it's nice to have people who, like, they showed up for me. And that's what we try to do with Bond. And then, like I said, of course, we have different programs that we do on a consistent basis to help businesses. So, for example, we have our Bond Over Business. Those are meetings that we have. They're virtual meetings. We bring in different professionals to talk about various aspects of business. And that can be whether it's like, maybe I'll get on there sometimes on behalf of JD Scribes. I'll talk about marketing or, web design, things like that. We've had people come on talk about mental health. We had a great presentation recently about, how to pay off your mortgage early and financial management. And we just have different people come on and share about different aspects of business. And not only that, but they can be people who aren't members, but we really try to emphasize using our members because we have a wide variety of expertise in our group. So we try to
Mhm.
have people on there and give them a platform. Some of them, well, a lot of them, I'll be honest, it's their first time, but I'm trying to push
Okay.
them and, bring different talents out of them that I see that they have. They just may have not
Hmm.
wanted to act on it. So, and
Right.
a lot of them are like, oh, wow, that wasn't so bad. I could do that. I'm like, yeah, you could do it. That's why I picked you. So, um, I like to do things like that with my members. And then we also have our annual food fight, which Angelica is actually going to be a part of.
Wow. Now wait a
That'll
minute. Hold on. Y'all throwing food fighting? What y'all? Now see the food fights I used.
no,
Listen. Hold on, let me explain to. They ain't fighting y'all like we did in the lunchroom, and I threw my potatoes at. They used to have them mashed potatoes that you didn't eat, and you chunk them. And you really was mad at somebody that afternoon, and you couldn't get to them. You throw that. It's like a snowball. It hit them right in the head. But I ain't trying to advocate violence. But tell us about that, though. Tell us about that. You call it a food fight? You say?
Yeah, it's called the Pontotoc Food Fight, and it's
Oh, that's what y'all do over in Pontotoc. Y'all food fight. Okay, go ahead.
and it's
All right.
actually a baking competition. If you've
Uh-huh.
seen like Cake Wars on Food Network or something like that, it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like a Cake Wars type of thing. It's just local and it's scaled down. So basically, what we do is you come in, we have different bakers. Usually, we'll have between like 8 to 10 bakers come in. We have a set theme. They'll create their cakes based off of the theme, and then our attendees, they get to go around, they get to meet the bakers. The bakers will have samples of those cakes, so you get to go around and sample the cakes. You get
Mm.
to vote for your favorite because we do have a fan favorite award that we give out.
Is
You get
that
to vote
right?
on your favorite. We have a group of judges who pick like our best presentation and best tasting and all that stuff. They'll do that. We do our awards, and then at the end we have a cakewalk, and you get to take home a free cake. So
Wait a minute.
um,
Hold it a second. Now you wait. Hold on. Now you say are those the participants or the audience members of some kind?
the audience
That
members, they get to, well, sometimes our our bakers, they'll
I'm just
hop in
asking.
too. So yeah, but we get
Give
to
me
do
the
the
cake.
cakewalk, and you'll get to take home one of those 8 to 10 cakes. And it's we've been doing it, this year will be our 7th year doing it, and we always have a really great time. Angelica has actually won, I think she won our fan favorite
I'm sure
award.
she did because she got four biting fingers and everything. I got to call the hospital for some of them because they done bit their fingers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's a great baker. She's a great baker. And
Okay.
the
Okay.
thing that I love about it too is that, you know, it's a competition because of course you can win prizes, but it's not competitive. A lot of the bakers who have attended, not some of them, it was their first time, and they've actually launched their baking businesses off of our event. They've been able to network and they've helped each other out. And it's just a
Mm-hmm.
fun way for them to, you know, expose their brand and get to know new people. A lot of people have gotten business off of it, and we love doing it
Mm-hmm.
every year. So if y'all want to
So
come
now,
out,
when is this coming up? I know you. Please let me be. I hope that you let me be a partner if I treated you right tonight. I ain't mean talk about your sister and them folks in Pontotoc. But the word needs to get out. I hope that you just drop a line to us and let us know what's going on. And hey, if it's we're a production company. I come out and do the filming and shoot it, and we'll talk
yeah,
about that later because somebody might take your idea. I don't work for everybody. Now I don't work for everybody. I don't care how much money you got. Although you know how we are, and folks chasing the dollar. I don't chase the dollar. If you're not right, I'm not dealing with you. And what I mean by that, if the people that are around you give a review about you and all of it's the same thing and it's all bad, I don't deal with you. But my thing is, you're trying to help entrepreneurs, and specifically on this in this event, there are a lot of people that can bake, but then there are a lot of people that don't know how. Everybody is not a business person. That's because you can cook good and it might look pretty and whatever. There's more to having a business than just preparing the goods and the services that you have. Can you touch on that a little bit if you can, or if I'm in that right direction? Help me out now. I don't want to talk about nobody or nothing like that. I ain't talk about
well,
nobody.
well, that is
Hmm.
true though. You know, you can have your talents and your ability, but you do have to know how to implement certain things. And some, like you said, sometimes some people aren't as strong on the business side. But again, you know, that's where business managers and financial consultants come in. They can help you in the areas that you are weak. And, you know, even going back to the group, that's what we try to do. If we, like, you know, if I specifically can't do it, I want to try to connect you with someone who can, or maybe one of our members knows someone, or maybe one of our members is a consultant of some sort. So we
Wow.
want to make sure that you have all the tools that you need to thrive in whatever it is that you're trying to do. And I know with our bakers, some of them, they may have felt that way. Like, I know last year, because we don't just do cakes, we actually did pies last year. So we will switch it up every so often, but cake is at the heart of what we do. Um,
Mm.
but we had one participant come in. She was like, I don't know if I can do this. I've been interested, but I don't, I'm scared. I don't know. And so I just kind of really took that time. I'm like, you can do it. It's no pressure. It's just a fun
Mhm.
event. Just do your best and just have a good time with it. So she came
So
in there
what was she scared of? What was she scared about? People watching
and
her throw eggs up against the wall and break the bowl or something, or
I think she was
drop the
just
sauce?
nervous about maybe if her work could stand up to others, because we have home bakers and we have people, restaurants and bakeries and things like that. We
Oh,
have
you got different categories like the professional and the real. I
well,
mean, meaning the bakers, and you have those that do it like for a hobby and something like that, and then it'll turn
yeah,
into a business.
when we started out, we had separate categories, but because of the actual talent that we've gotten, everybody was on level playing field. And what I realized is that some of those people feel like they can't, and it's purely out of fear. It's
Hmm.
definitely not an issue of talent or ability. It's just fear and confidence within themselves.
Is
And
that right?
so when we put everybody on that playing field, it really changed the game for a lot of people. And for, that
Mhm.
particular person I was talking about, she came in and she won basically half
What?
of the awards we had. And she shocked herself, but it gave her a new sense of
Yeah,
confidence.
right. Yeah, she's a stealth baker. You know you good. You just tried to play. They say it's country dog. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I ain't never did this before. Oh, I made a cake, but it's just for my family. Go ahead and make that cake, girl, smelling good. And they pulled the, they be. But congratulations to that one. I would like to cover. What day is this going to be happening? When is this going to be happening?
It's actually in the fall, so it'll be on October 18th.
Will you send
And
me a note? Um,
yeah, I can do that. And yeah, it'll be October 18th in Pontotoc. It's from 1 to 5, and
mm.
tickets are $5. Kids 5 and under get in for free, and you can
What?
just come in and have a good time with us.
Well, ain't no kids getting in. Then you bring 20 children and you pay your little $5, and the 20 kids go away with the 10 cake. Oh no, we ain't have. I'm gonna be at the door. Okay, how old are you? Okay, I'm 10. No, you 15. Get on over there and get that $5 out of your body. No, anyway, brother Lee Mack, my brother. So I had to call on him because brother Lee Mack, our wonderful co-host is here. I don't know if he got a question or two for you, Miss Starks. Miss Starks is here, Brother Lee. I hope he's been listening in the wind, and maybe he'd like to ask a question or two. Brother Lee Mack, our co-host of the Mac Man Morning Show. Come on, good morning, grand rising to you, Brother Mac.
Great day, my brother. Great day to
All
my
right, Miss Starks
sister.
is here. Go ahead, and if you got a question or something you'd like to ask.
Well, well, I just like to say, I understand that you said that you got different people that can help you with different areas in business and different and how to get your business started, how to break it down to where you need certain services to excel in your business. But I was just wondering if you're not educated in that specific area, how would you know how to pick out a good service provider that has an expertise in that area? Because they can be dishonest.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They can be very dishonest. And I think that's the importance of, one, having people around you that you can trust, and really, two, tapping into that discernment that we all have. Because I'm a big believer, no matter who you're working with or who you're talking to, you want to pray on everything. You always want to talk to God about everything that you have going on, you know, because ultimately He's the one I can trust because I know He's not going to steer me wrong. So that's the first tip that I would say. Make sure that you're praying on everything and that you're really using your discernment about, all of that. And then I would even emphasize the importance of having a community and doing some of your own research. So, of course, we're not all going to know everything, but if you're talking about something specific, try to do a little bit of research yourself ahead of time so you can kind of have an idea of what to look out for. Because a lot of times people will try to throw out certain buzzwords and things like that, assuming you may not know or not be familiar with those terms, but make sure you try to, allow yourself to be a little bit familiar so you can at least have, somewhat of a conversation about it, and have people on your team who, like I said before, like I do with my clients, sometimes they can speak the language and they can kind of help translate for you, or just people that you know that you can trust who have your best interest at heart.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I have one more question. When you're writing those resumes or those business plans, or you're writing a breakout to another business and trying to generate a bigger market share, or trying to break into a market share, can you be too wordy when you're writing those papers out?
Uh,
Can you be?
yes.
I mean, can you use just too many words? Too many words to say one thing, or maybe you can just be too have too many syllables in that word, and it kind of puts you off as being more uh, vague. Because when you give certain words, it can mean a lot of things, and then the words can be interpreted in different ways. So do
Yes.
you customize it to who they're trying to reach? And because some vendors, some clients, maybe they want to have a more direct message, and or is your message customized, or is it kind of a standard kind of presentation?
I customize everything because everybody is different. And that's why with JD Scribes, my tagline is "Make your message matter," because, like I said, everybody's different. Everybody has a specific audience that they're talking to. So no, nobody's is gonna be the same. Now, some people, they may have similar structures, but in terms of the actual message, it's gonna be entirely different. So, for example, if let's say you sell alcohol, you're not going to talk to people the same way, like if they're active drinkers or partiers or things like that, you're not going to talk to them the same way as you would people who go to church, who may be very what's the word I'm looking for? They can be very conservative with their drinking, or maybe they're new to it. Or you may not talk to
Religion.
somebody who's older the same way as you would talk to somebody who's brand new. They just turned 21 and now they can drink. So your message is always going to have to change. Oh, and to answer your other question about can you be too wordy? Yes, you can be too wordy. Sometimes people can talk themselves out of a contract or out of a deal because they don't know when to stop. And then sometimes you can talk so much that you're saying the same thing. So you don't want to be redundant. And sometimes it's important to know who you're talking to. Again, you have to pay attention to the people that you're pitching to or you're trying to network with, so you know how to speak their language. If you're pitching to certain places, they don't want to hear your whole life story. Some people, they might be into that type of thing, but depending on who you're working with, they don't need to know every, single detail, and they may not even read it. They talk about that a lot with resumes. Sometimes they're not going to sit there and read all of that. So you don't want to waste your time doing all that. So again, make sure you study who you're talking to. Make sure you know what words to say. You can play with those buzzwords. You can play with certain phrases. Just make sure you know who you're dealing with, because you don't want to step on people's toes. You don't want to be offensive, but you still want to be yourself. So study, study, study your audience, study who you're talking to, and you'll be fine. I hope I answered all your questions.
Brother Lee, I think he's there. Okay. Well, I mean, I think you made it perfectly clear. In how can I put it? Wait a minute. Can you? Wait a minute. Okay. You made it perfectly clear because, like you said, there are different people that are from different walks of life. There are different people that have different experiences, and with your assistance and with your help and coaching, you could. I believe that you can steer a lot of people in the right way and in the right direction. And that no, she's just not there for bakers, although we do love them and we thank God for all the people that cook all over the world. But then, if you can broaden out a little bit, the different and the variety of people that you do deal with from different stages in their life and different entrepreneurial stance that they take. What are some of the people? How many? What are other some kind of people that you do work with in addition to those that make those delectable treats? If I
I've
might.
worked with um, daycares, insurance agencies, hair salons, authors. I've worked with a lot of different industries. I've worked with magazines and publishers. I've helped people who run events and manage events,
Mm,
farmers markets. I've done a lot. The average age typically of my clients are typically 35 and up. So,
okay.
and I work with a lot of people who are not tech savvy. So, if you're someone who, you struggle with how to navigate technology or you don't like social media or different things like that, those are the people I specialize in.
Okay. And you say you start at I'm not saying that that's the complete, but you start at round what? How much? What's the
It,
base to get in the door to get the paperwork and all that? I shouldn't say it like that, but you said something that kind of caught my ear, and I always wonder why people won't take advantage of the opportunity to help their business. You can go for. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not saying that that's your flat rate or whatever the case may be. But did you say you start out at a certain amount,
well, I actually
depending on
customize.
the person?
Yeah, I
Okay, yes, ma'am.
customize my rates because again, I do understand that small businesses are small businesses. So we're not talking about, you're just this huge Fortune 500 company. So I understand budgets are
Mhm.
different. So if you're the
Uh,
type of person you're like, okay, I know I need certain things. This is what I have to work with.
yeah.
I'll work with you where you are and we can grow together. That's never an issue for me.
All
Um,
right.
I've even bartered. I've bartered with some of my bakers. I'm like, hey, you need something from
Give me
me?
them
You got some
cookies.
cookies? I got you.
I
So, you
don't know
know,
why I'm
I
on these cookies.
so I
Go
meet
ahead.
people where
Go
they
ahead.
are as much as I can.
Well, that's wonderful. Listen, my wonderful guest on this is not her last time coming back. And let me tell you something. I'm gathering her information for her podcast and to make sure that it's out there so that you can regularly see. It may be something on another program or something else that she comes up with that will help you out or help someone that you know. Now, I wanted to show again uh, her ad that she has. Let me take this down. Uh, Wait a minute, I got this part right here. I hate moving, and see, I'm moving. Wait a minute, let me take this down right quick. Now you see the phone number down there at the bottom of the page. If you like to get in touch with Miss Jessica Starks, you can be reached at what telephone number? You can give it out and give your information to get to you. We're gonna keep this right here. We'll talk after the show, but I got to keep this right here because I got a funny. I see a friend now talking about, do she do this? And then Diane Black, who's a entrepreneur and a community activist, community person, has her own business and everything. And yes, she is local. Tell them where you at and all those other good things. Come on, Miss Jessica, let's talk and get you. They're gonna be ringing your bell and knocking on your door. Go ahead and tell us how they can get in touch with you.
So if you're interested in working with me, you can call or text me at 662-586-1156. You can email me at info@jdscribes.com. You can go to my website, jdscribes.com, or I am on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter at JDScribes. We're based in Pontotoc, but we work with clients all over the state. I even have out of state clients. So I'm not
Y'all heard that,
limited.
don't you? She got out of state clients, so y'all need some help. They get you some Southern education, and maybe you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk about it. So you have out of state. You have so then there. So you got clients everywhere.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. All right, y'all. Well, Miss Jessica been here. I done kept her. I think this is the morning hour. Y'all be calling and saying y'all need different things from her, and I done held her up and everything. But Miss Jessica Starks, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming to the Magman Morning Show. I am very, very impressed. I see your man. You have a wealth of knowledge and experience that really can help, especially. I'm going to say that now. I know that y'all talk about the folks over 50, not you, but a lot of folks talk about like we don't do anything. But then they're up and coming uh, content creators. There's up and coming entrepreneurs or whatever. You need some guidance. You need some training. You need somebody to come in and kind of like guide and help you out right here in the state of Mississippi. But then she'll counsel you. And with technology, we can go anywhere. You can see your face and everything. We just may not be at your house, but you ain't got to feed us or nothing like that. We right there, and we can have conferences and everything put to use the information that's being presented to you all, and reach out to her one more time. Give that information so people can get you, Jessica.
My number is 662-586-1156. My email is info@jdscribes.com. My website is jdscribes.com, and we are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok at JDScribes.
I
And
believe. Go ahead.
if you're interested in bonds, you can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Bond Pontotoc. And we're
That's
also
right.
not limited. We handle businesses all across the state and out of state as well.
My advice to anyone that's starting a business and you kind of creepy to the point that you get a little nervous, not creepy, you get a little nervous and you don't know, have no direction to go. I got somebody right here, and I put your sister up there because she spelled out yellow hearts, red hands, and yellow. I got you, Miss Gabriella. So let her know she's on there, because she wanted me to let you, she want to make sure that she's there. But let me say this though, I'm telling you, if you want to be successful, you need some help. If you're going into business, you're going to need some help. Let me ask this one quick question. Somebody just sent something to me. Now, say for instance, you want to form your LLC, you want to get your EIN numbers, you want to get all those things and all that stuff done. Do you help people with that too? Also, they're asking me.
Yes, we do that through Bond.
Oh, your phone. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we help you, whether it's, I actually did a blog post that walks you step by step through getting your LLC. But if you
Hmm.
need guidance, or just somebody to handle it for you, we can take care of that.
I want to ask you something. See, now you done threw all this out here, and the folks gonna be calling me and saying when you gonna have. Will you come back again and just do like, okay, we own our own channel, of course, and you're welcome to come back at any time to use it or whatever the case may be, and put out what you got out there. Are you willing to come back? Have I treated you nice enough that you'll come back? I ain't scared you off and talk about your people, too, and Gabrielle
No,
and them.
you've
I ain't
been all right, I think.
okay. Okay, okay. Listen, let me tell you something. I want to do something, and I'm going to be reaching out to some people and that really do need. Now, I know they'll be listening to the replay, and that's why I kept your advertising up here, because there's a lot of people that are going to need. I'm telling you. And then not only that, I believe that with a personable approach, and you're not getting the corporate shuffle or the corporate oh, I'm such and so, and I'm your business coach, and you do that. No, you ain't getting all of that. You get someone that'll sit down and talk with you and go step by step with the plan designed specifically. Let me say it again. You ain't going to be like the other folks. You need to be a unique person. And I think that you bring the unique nature out in people by giving them an individual plan of action for their business to help them get along. And JD Scribes is here, right here for us. And she's part of our family. We can't get rid of her. We got to keep her around here. And Cakes and Creations, she ain't gonna have it anyway. And I want to thank you, Angelica, for giving us an opportunity to meet your dear friend, who's gonna be our dear friend of this show, Miss Jessica Stark. Miss Starks, if you need me for anything that I can do on my part in media at whatever it is, you let me know. Keep our information, and I'd love to, if whatever I can do to help, I'll be right here to help you. But I wanted you to have some parting words, say hello to some folks, all your folks in there harassing me and everything, laughing at me like I did something. That's Miranda and Gabriella. And y'all tell y'all, but any parting words, anything that you would like to say, the floor is yours.
Well, like you said, I just want to send a special thanks to Angelica because she didn't have to mention me at all, and I appreciate her being willing to do that.
She said
And
you help
also,
her sell cookies, so they have to make sure.
right. And I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about my businesses and all the stuff that I do. And, of course, if anybody needs me for anything, I'm happy to help. And just like you told me, if I need you for anything, same thing to you. If you need me for anything, I'm happy to help. And I guess I'll
I
see
got
y'all next
friends.
time.
Place. I got friends in high places. Watch out, they from Pontotoc, y'all. Y'all better watch out now. Y'all fool around with I keep trying to tell folks, you fool around with the folks in Mississippi, you in trouble. But in a good way. I want to tell you, and like I said, I extend uh, my hand of help, anything that I can help you do, and anything that this show and this media company can do. I'm coming to the cake thing. I ain't gonna let no chill see. I already know what y'all gonna do with this little file. I'm gonna be at the door watching and say, now you know the good and well that kid ain't no kid. That grown people, they're 25 and saying they 10 and stuff, trying to get in the place and get the cakes and everything. No, we ain't gonna have all that. But Angelica, she's out there listening to you. She took a day off of for Juneteenth, so you got to come on back to work now, cause folk gonna be calling you too. But more than anything, I want you to go to JD Scribes and get the service and get your personalized plan. She's going to be coming back. Now, I'm going to sit down and we're going to talk a little bit because some of her episodes will play here on this channel for her. I'm not jealous of folks. Let me tell you something. When you get to a point to think that you're the only thing on the beach, a wave is going to come and sweep you out to sea because it ain't going to work. There are more people out there in business, and I think that in our community, in the black community, we need to get out and we need to show. One thing that gave me the incentive, Jessica, to get my business in order was Vice President Kamala Harris. And let me tell you what she said. She said, get your LLC now. Get your tax number now because you don't know what's going to happen. What advice would you piggyback off on that advice and tell people why it's important to get their businesses and get their businesses and the things that they're doing in order to do business? What are the top 3 things that a business owner needs to have in your perspective, Madam Jessica? If I just
Well,
on the top.
I would agree to have some sort of registration, whatever, whether it's an LLC or an S corp, whatever business structure you decide, you do need to have that because that's your legitimacy. You need a bank account because you have to be accountable for the money you make. You don't want Uncle Sam to come after you and you're not prepared. And then I just think, even on just a more practical thing, you need a network because you can only go so far by yourself. Because, for example, if it wasn't for Angelica, we wouldn't have met.
And that's
So sometimes people who are willing to, speak on your behalf or encourage you, lift you up, that'll get you further than you doing it by yourself. So those would be my top three things.
All right. She to the point. Now she ain't gonna do it. Now her sister already told she talking more than we ever heard her talk before. And y'all leave my friend Jessica alone now. I ain't gonna have it. See, they won't come on another. I don't know. What do your sisters do for a living? What do they do? Are
They,
they entrepreneurs or are they just giving you a headache or something?
a little bit of both, but
Okay.
they're all entrepreneurs as well. We all work.
Okay.
We were all raised to be individuals, so we all have our own unique thing that we do. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you like to just premiere say, I like spotlighting businesses, especially if you a black business too, you need to be spotlighted and come on. And I think that this is my motto: the good you do will come back to you. And I just believe that if we support each other in these rough times that we living in, and the crazy man, the orange man up there, and the muskrat, he up there, he took the cheese, he gone. And the orange man, he can't find no more makeup, and he's got hallucinations, and we don't know. He'll get up and say, he'll make it seem like Mississippi is Beirut somewhere and send some over here at us. Y'all pray for our country, pray for what's going on, but more than anything, support our dear friend Jessica Starks and JD Scribes. And y'all, we got to talk about this because I want to be able to keep this up. And let people know it's good to have a good service, but then you don't hear nothing else about it. Say, man, where you get that information from? That's why advertising is good. And let me say this while I got you here, Jessica. People don't understand. Now you see how we run our ads, and this is what they ask for. Okay, I hit you twice or three times or whatever the case may be. But I like personally to get with my clients. That's what I call it. These are my customers. These are the people that I have to get their message out. And I try my best to use a little bit of me, but then I use a little bit of my training too, to make sure that when you're putting someone's business out there, you really literally got a piece of them. And what you project is important. Tell people, I gotta ask you this and ask you to do this. This is my last, I ain't gonna ask no more. How important is advertising to a business?
It's extremely important because again, you can have a great product or service, or you can be doing great work, but it doesn't matter if nobody knows about it.
Oh
I
my.
just spoke about that at an author conference that I did. You can have a great book, but if you aren't speaking out about it, nobody's gonna buy it. And I know all of us have purchased something that we regretted or didn't like, but ultimately, why did we purchase it? And it was because it was
Mhm.
out there. It was the loudest one. So you have to make sure that you're putting yourself out there, putting your business out there, so people know that you're even available to work with.
Wow. Well, that's wonderful. Well, my wonderful guest, Miss Jessica Starks, CEO, head honcho, director, and all those other things, and comptroller and everything. She's the treasurer too, so y'all ain't gonna get the twos and throos. Uh, no, but she's in the Bond group of small business entrepreneurs and owners that get together, not just cakes and creations. Y'all know I got cakes and creations on my mind because I want me some butter cookies so bad. But friend of ours, because a friend of ours reached out and uh, mentioned Miss Starks, and I'm glad she came on just to give us some of her time. I ain't mean take up an hour or so of your time, 2 hours, all that over, but it got kind of good. So we went over a little bit. But would you come back again?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay, so you gotta be excited. Yeah, I'll come back. Hey, where you at? Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Your sister already done told on you soft spoken, but the soft spoken ones are very, very powerful. You ain't got to holler all the time to let a person know that you're coming through. Okay, when they come through, you'll know they coming through. My very, very, very special guest is Miss Jessica Starks. As I said, CEO of Bond Group. Hey, listen, you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming on the Magman Morning Show. I'm going to keep it. We're going to talk. If you got an opportunity on the other side, I'll get a chance to call you and talk to you because they're reaching out and I want to Okay. All right, y'all. All right. All right. Y'all, I don't do this while I'm on there. Okay, there's okay, there right. Okay. I don't know what you're writing about. That's is that Miranda? That's Miranda and Gabriella over here in the side right there. She's a oh you see what they're saying about you, don't you? See that, Miss Stark? You see that, don't you? Uh-huh. You get them later. Okay, but I want to say hello to all of her relatives, everybody in Pontotoc around it. Is that your area that you're in? I'm not trying to give your direction away, but that's the general area that you're from, where all y'all are from, your
Yes,
folks.
from Pontotoc.
Okay, Pontotoc. Okay, we got. Hey, I'm coming to the cake, y'all. I'm gonna be at the door. Don't worry about it. We're gonna work it out. I'm gonna be the security. I might not look like it, but I'm gonna be the security. Y'all ain't coming out there with them cakes. I'm gonna get one. My dear friend, once again, Miss Jessica Starks of the Bond Group, and we're just glad to have her. And for all of you that stuck around and listened to us go back and forth, I hope that you enjoyed our guests too. And as we get ready to uh, close our day out, I want to let you all know that the MacMan Morning Show is here for you. Whether it's news, information, helping you with your business, we're going to find the best, the very best experts in their field to help you along with what you're doing. No matter what it is, I'm going to bring the best. And I know we had the best on here because out of all of the dynamics that she deals with, she has the complete and total proposal for all of you. And then it ain't gonna break your back. And y'all stop being cheap. Let me say this one more time. This is a MacMan editorial real quick. Stop being cheap and stop asking for the cousin relative discount. Pay your way like everybody else does. And be honest. If you ain't gotta be, if you be honest, God will open up a door. I ain't mean to go preaching, but I gotta tell the truth. Because a lot of people are not successful because they're not honest. One, with themselves. Two, they ain't checked nothing out. And three, they don't have the proper help that they need to succeed. Get with somebody that has succeeded and can show you how to do some things. It's not a term paper. This is your life. This is your livelihood. And anytime you are an entrepreneur, you put your all into it. And you want to return back on your investment that you invested in. So get the proper help, get the proper tools. Call our dear friend, Miss Jessica Starks at the Bond Group, and get into the group of people that are business owners. See, you never know what you might have in common. Y'all could help each other. Hey, one hand scratch the other, wash the other, as they say. Y'all help each other, and if we stand together, and if we we support each other, our community, the community that people look just like me and you, black people. That's what I mean, black people from the west side of Chicago. You know, I'm black people, and we can help each other. We don't have to ask white folks for nothing. Although you can buy some cookies, you can buy some things, you can get some business help too. But we don't have to ask you for something that we already got. I understand and realize that we're living in a society where people kind of look down on us. Oh, but God got the last word. He got the last word. You ain't gonna get rid of us. They've been trying to get rid of us for hundreds of years. We're the best bakers. We're the best business people. We're the best caretakers. We're the best people, period. Ain't nothing like black people. And I love my folks. I'm not anti-white. I'm just pro-black. This is James Mack, your man on the street and everything, your man on the radio, your man on television. But most of all, we salute our wonderful friend Jessica. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna have her back real soon. I'm gonna keep her information for you all. Y'all been hollering and screaming and everything. We're gonna put something together. I'm gonna let me talk to her and see if she will allow us to keep her ad and everything. And for those of you that got businesses, send me yours. Go to Mac Media 3, just like it sounds, Mac Media 3 at gmail.com. Leave me your information, get me your information. Give me everything that I need, everything that I ask for to put your ad together. And you never know. I'm getting messages already about Miss Starks, and I got somebody else asking me about it. Okay, I'm gonna get it all together. Email me and let me know, and we're gonna get everything together. This won't be your last time hearing from Miss Jessica Starks. That's our wonderful guest on today. And like to say hey to everybody in the chat that came to say hi and support her today. And as we get ready to go, oh yeah, it's a good show today. It sure was a good show. as we get ready to depart, I want to leave you with our parting message that we give to you as you get ready for your weekend and everything. Just love somebody. If you can love and sure enough show love, love will come back to you. This is the Magman Morning Show every weekday morning. Weekday, not the weekend, weekday morning. Y'all don't be waking me up on Saturday. Weekday morning, right here on Mag Media 3, Mag Media 3 Productions. And until next week, and hopefully, God willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll be back here on Monday at the same time, same place. This is the Magman Morning Show.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.